Do you catch yourself saying, that person triggers me? This is so triggering. Have you noticed yourself getting a little bit more triggered lately than you remember? This can actually be a great sign of awakening happening in your life. Triggers are our teachers. Triggers are like buttons that are pressed on wounds that we have within us. The trigger is not about what someone said, what someone did. It reveals a wound that we have within us. That's why if someone tells a person, you look big, and that person has actually been extremely underweight a lot of their life and they've really been trying to bulk up, they could take that as a compliment rather than an insult. And so it all has to do with what is triggered within us. It's not about what was said, it's about our own wounds. The trigger is just sending us a notification from our wounds that something wants to be healed, something wants to be seen, something wants to be released. There is something within me that wants to be resolved. Our pain is a messenger. That pain is there to send you a message, and this can be the doorway to your transformation. We want this energetic healing and to evolve ourselves. That's what we came to do, to level up in this game of life. We want to stop hiding and suppressing the pain so that we can stop hurting. We want those negative patterns to stop. We want to see those difficult situations that keep repeating in our lives, maybe with new people, new things that are happening, but the same old result, failing relationships, troubles in our lives that keep repeating themselves. We want to heal that. And that's what this work is for. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Andrea. Today I want to talk about triggers. We deserve to not be a victim to the ebb and flow of things happening and us reacting and feeling like we don't have control in our life, because you absolutely do. You're powerful. You should feel empowered. So what are triggers exactly? We know we have these negative responses to things. Our peace is disturbed. We have these emotional reactions when something happens. We can judge someone based off of what they said or what they did to cause that emotional reaction. But the way that we take things and the way that we hear things and perceive things, that is within us. We know that power that we have. That is within us, because people react to things in totally different ways. What you find an insult, I may find a compliment. So it's all about that disturbing your peace and that being a trigger to you. That is a wound that is within. And to keep ourselves from having these negative reactions that bog us down and make us feel these lower frequencies, which then cause lower frequency events in our lives, we want to be able to examine, why am I feeling this way when they said that? Why am I feeling this way when this happened? That is a deeper wound. These are wounds that are in our body and in our nervous system. This is stored trauma, emotions, and energy within us. This is old conditioning. These are old beliefs. We were wounded in this area in our childhood or in the past, and then we built this guilt, shame, fear toward it. And then this can come out now as triggers in our life. Whenever something happens, it causes an emotional reaction from us. We want to ask ourselves, why is this happening to me? There is something within me that's unresolved. And sometimes qualities that we most deny in ourselves, like we suppress or we push down, trigger the biggest responses. We can sometimes tell what someone suppresses by what they are irritated by or what they insult in other people. And this can be called shadow projections. When triggers go unresolved, we see it continuously play out in our lives. Sometimes that can cause us to have a poor me mentality, or the, oh, this always happens to me type of victim mentality. This person triggers me. We are not a victim. We can have ego reactions to our triggers. The ego wants to protect us. It doesn't lead us in our best selves direction. It's very comfortable in the familiar with nothing changing, keeping us how we are, fight or flight. And sometimes the easiest thing for the ego to do is to project that wound and trigger onto someone else rather than wanting to dive in and feel it and get rid of it, or to admit that it's something within us and something that we need to heal, and instead blame someone else for it. That's an ego reaction. The ego does not like the unfamiliar territory. So there's healing work to do whenever we notice that these triggers are coming up, or maybe more than usual because we are becoming more awakened. We have wounds still operating inside us. One thing that you can do to become maybe more aware or conscious of triggers throughout the day is you can use your notes app, or just keep something in your car to write down, or a journal. And you can start making note of things that trigger you. And then you can take some time to reflect on this. You can do it in the moment or do it later whenever you have more time to feel. But you can ask questions about it. I've heard of people suggesting giving it a rating of how triggered you were to it. The biggest thing that we do in life is we want to label everything. We want to call it good or bad when the universe operates very neutral. And so we're always wanting to label situations that happen based off of our perception and based off of the things that we've experienced and the things that make us who we are, our old beliefs, our old conditions, our old traumas and things of that nature. And so we label things a certain way that happened in our life, good, bad, when it doesn't even need a label. Ego thing to do, because when we're labeling it good or bad, we say that is giving us these reactions, that's causing it to go a certain way, when if you stayed neutral, maybe didn't give it any of the attention, didn't label it bad, but maybe you actually label it good, and this is happening for my highest good, and changing it around and labeling it something else if that's what you need to do. So ask yourself, what meaning did I assign this? What meaning am I giving this thing that happened? What's natural to what's within you? And maybe during your deep dive into that, you could be completely honest and vulnerable with yourself when it's just you and your notes app or your journal, and you can try to reflect on when maybe you have exhibited this quality that triggered you. Sometimes it stems back to something way further than you can remember, or something you've totally forgotten. When you're home alone, or whenever you have time for yourself and you do want to dive deep into these things that have triggered you, allow yourself to feel these emotions that come up. There are stored emotions that are inside you that want to be released. Give yourself time to let that go. Just feel it, just sit with it, and allow yourself to cry, allow yourself to be angry. This is that release of this emotion, which is energy in motion. It's not made to be suppressed. We're not made to just sit with it and store it and carry it and cause ourselves to get sick, cause ourselves to attract similar situations. We want to release it so that we're light and we're back to who we're supposed to be. Without any of that stuff, we let it go, we forgive ourselves, we forgive others, we are released from those negative things that we are not meant to carry. It can take time, and some of these bigger things can have many layers to them. So you may feel like you've done some work, you've talked to a therapist, but realize that similar things or things are coming up in regards to it. And that just means that there's more healing to go. And so sit with yourself and allow yourself to feel. Don't rush anything. Don't focus and try to get to the end result quickly and so focused on just being done with it. Allow yourself time to sit with it and feel it. And maybe your mind will bring you answers as you're feeling through these things that you're sitting with and giving time to. Maybe your mind starts giving you some answers. You can try to just journal it out and write and see if something starts to make itself known. Maybe your mind brings up an earlier memory. Allow these emotions to just flow and to pass through. Just be patient and just sit with it and see what comes up. Relax in it. This is important work, and your nervous system and your body just wants to feel that compassion, to feel seen, to feel loved. You deserve to give yourself that. It's so important to take accountability for these triggering situations, though. This is your life. You are not a victim to it. It's your life. You carry the power. No one else can take that from you. Don't give them that. You are the power, because it's your life. You're here to evolve, and part of that journey is healing that stored pain that we've kept within us. It's hard to see whenever you're going through it, but this is for your purpose. You are a conscious creator. You are so much more than the beautiful human body that you have. You are meant for so much more than being bogged down with all of this pain and trauma that's weighing you down. And because you went through all of that shows how much more you're capable of, and how much your soul is here to evolve and have a really big purpose. And so we need to honor that. You didn't go through all of that for nothing. So in the moment of the triggers, just get present in the moment. Come back into your body. Feel your feet, feel your fingers. Be present in the moment. This is where you are. Don't let triggers sway you. See it, accept it, respond, don't react. You want to choose love and peace. Not every opinion deserves your energy. Not every battle is yours to fight. Not every fear is the truth. True power is standing in who you know that you are. When we stand wholly and confidently in our own peace, no one can trigger us. Our pain is a messenger. Our pain is a doorway to our own transformation. Your soul is ready to grow.